Now these are nice and wide, so you could definitely use this with fat tires. Buckle up, gearheads. You're looking at the POLESTAR Hitch Mounted 2 Bike Rack. And in the next 60 seconds, we're deep diving. First, you're watching me put it together, and then we're gonna address the problems, right? You wanna forget about cramming your bikes inside your ride. This beast hooks right into your 2-inch receiver, turning your truck, SUV, and even RV into a mobile bike transport unit. We're talking serious capacity, a whopping 200 pounds, and I am a little over 200 pounds, and I sat on it myself, so I know it's good for at least that 200 pounds. Got fat tires? No problem. This rack handles up to 5-inch wide rubber, and check this out. It's a platform mount, not those flimsy hanging racks. Your bike sits solid. Plus, it's got a built-in lock for security, so you shouldn't have to worry about your bike disappearing. Let's talk about the specs real quick. It's heavy-duty steel construction and is built to last. It's foldable, so when you're not hauling bikes, it tucks nicely away. We will cover all kinds of stuff at the end of the video, but I will tell you for sure it is amazing the way it folds up and sits in the garage so nicely. Look, I just finished putting it together. You watched that whole thing. So let's go talk to me and see what my experience was like. Hey, Doug, let's show them the details. How much I love how portable this is. Look at this. That is so cool the way it folds up. Now, 99% of what I've seen here is so fantastic. I'll show you more up close, but the hardware, the way everything attaches is really cool. The one thing which I might not be sold on yet is the fact that you need a tool to mount it to the car. Now, I'm assuming that's because when you mount it on the car using the tool, you get a better connection. But I've never seen that before, so I'm gonna give it a fair shot, but the rest of it so far seems amazing. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna mount it up here. Let's do that now. Certainly this, moving it from storage position to travel position, nice and easy. Just move that pin. Let's remove this. Now I will say, for my receiver here, you can't even get this big giant bolt in there. All right, so it's not directional, so that problem is averted. Not only does it need to be thread in, it's got like 800 miles of thread. Once it gets threaded through, you can kind of finger tighten it until it gets stuck again. Well, I will say, definitely makes it a much tighter connection to the car, so I'll give it credit for that. I didn't install the reflector earlier, but I'm gonna do it just to be all finished about this project. Okay, so here it is, it's on. So I do really like that these locating bolts are kind of offset in, so you just simply pop it out so it moves freely. You move it down, pop it in place again, and then you just tighten these down, no tools required. Now, here's another thing. Look at how nicely these things move on here. So cool. And it's got this really nice finish on the metal. I think that's really shows how some quality and thought went into the finishing of the product, right? Same thing on this side, loosen it up, adjust it into position, let's tighten it up again, super easy. Just have to go finger tight. The way it's offset in there, it can't move. It's really cool. All right, so let's give a shot with the bike. Let's see how this goes. I think we'll put it here on the outside. Watch these. How cool is that? We're moving it around. That's so neat. And you can lock it also. All right, let's hook it up here, see how it goes. Oh, look who guessed it perfectly the first shot out. Now these are nice and wide, so you could definitely use this with fat tires. No issues whatsoever. Now I'm gonna do this all original with their fasteners, so I'm gonna go get the straps that came with it and strap it all down with that. First, I'm quickly gonna jump over here, tighten these down where they are. The other thing I will say is I'm standing here in between it and the truck, which is really nice. Let me quickly take you on a tour of some of those things we just discussed. So I really love this powder coat and the way this material is finished. It looks great. I'll tell you, I've done a bunch of bike racks, and this is the first one I didn't have to hammer them on. They fit in perfectly. They tighten down great, right? All these are just hand adjustable. Even this is just a pin right here to move this up. And these, again, I wanted to show you how easy it is just to move these like that. Move it up and down, locks in place. The other thing I wanted to show you is how much room there is for a fat tire in there if you had a fat tire bike. So this is really a great setup, assuming we get to the beach and it's still there. Let's take it to the beach, see how it goes. Okay, it's been a long day, but without a whiff or a shred of a doubt, if you were looking for an absolute rock star of a bike carrier, this bike carrier here is ridiculously cool. It is so great to work with, so easy to work with. I showed you how easy it is to fold things down, fold them up. It is even worth having to carry the wrench to connect it to the back of the car, because I drove about an hour and a half with the bike on the back, and normally with regular racks, you see the bike moving around a little bit, the rack moving around, nothing terrible, but you see them moving around a little bit. This thing, nothing. That bike didn't move for an hour and a half. It was rock solid back there, so it is absolutely worth having to put that bolt in there, because it really did work well. So anything that works well, I'm going to say is worthwhile. If you want to get this, there's going to be a link down here below. You can click there right on the screen and get it. If it is not there, that functionality is not there today, the link's down there in the description. Go down there, use that. It helps the channel out. Doesn't cost you anything extra, and we appreciate that. So I'm going to say thank you in advance. Remember to like and subscribe while you're down there. Also throw up a comment. If you have any questions, put them there. I'll try to answer them for you. Outside of that, I hope this was helpful. See you in the next video.